Alright, let's do some streaming. Yeah, can you hear music now? Well, yeah, I know that, but I was playing music beforehand, so obviously I need to turn my desktop audio on or something. I don't know. I got a lot to learn still. Okay. So if I have my mic muted, probably can't hear you either. Maybe I don't know. I gotta figure this stuff out. Alright, where's the seeder? Finish seeding corn here. Okay, yeah, there's so much to make sure you get right for it to work. Let's see, I'm using OBS now, so. Hopefully it's better than... Nvidia wasn't bad, but OBS I can do overlays, and I still have to play with my settings. And if the video was crappy. But I don't know, so... I'm pretty sure if I play my desktop audio, then you could probably hear Discord too, so I just might have to mute Discord when I'm doing that first part. I don't know. I'm new to this. Do we have more grass to mow?
Yeah, it's clear enough.
Oh, jeez.
It's like heading to be done.
There's a bigger field we could probably go do too. I don't remember where that was at, but
I don't really want to get those south of that.
we can get rid of it. No, it's true, we don't. I never even see that, so that's kind of nice to know. We obviously we'll have to wait till, I don't know what we're gonna do, because we still have need to buy combines and stuff. Might have to sell some things that we're not using. Then maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we need all that stuff. Eventually I'd like it all, but it's true. I wouldn't think it was. We just did it. There's that one strip we never did, so. Oh look, my stuff does pop up on my stream. I don't think they're clickable links, so, but it does pop up. Oh god. Yeah, we could do corn or we could do soybean. I guess it doesn't matter, but. Yeah, well, never mind for well, what's the price of soybeans? Because we might need some money too.
Right now it's 1,829.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good price. You don't think this one field will be enough corn?
Not percentage.
Hmm.
I mean, we could do that backfield soy if you want.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess, when it comes down to it. Or what it's like. How does the video look? Does it look crappy? Looks.
It's not great.
See, I don't get that. Why is my screen always blurry? When I look at the video, it's blurry.
That's probably not me too.
Hmm. So was it better when I used Nvidia?
Yeah.
Hmm.
At least for me, I don't see it being blurry.
Well, if it's blurry for you, I'll have to play with my settings on OBS. Because if I was somebody, I wouldn't watch a blurry stream. So that's something I'll have to play with. I'll do that next stream.
Did you say 6 OBS?
Yeah. Just because I can put in scenes like that scene at the beginning where it's counting down. I can add that, and then I add notifiers. I can do a bunch of stuff. Whereas Nvidia, I can't do. As far as I know, I can't do any of that. I can just log on, and the other one I still have to. I still have to be there and click. Like after the time counts down to 0, I still have to click on my intro, and then I have to click on my screen that's on Farm Sim. I have to manually do that. You can make them transition automatically, but there's some settings to play with, and I didn't feel like doing that yet. So, but yeah, if it's blurry, I'll have to play with some settings.
Probably just do on Highlands Road where they happen.
Yeah, I try not to drive John Deere, but gotta make Satan happy.
Since he's not allowed. So.
Could sell it, but he'd just buy it again. Yeah, I gotta make him stay happy. Oh, I'm gonna run out of corn here. Shoot, I didn't even look at that. I'm gonna need a refill. That's too bad. The stream's blurry. Well, I'll get that fixed. Something I gotta work on. Whew, just made her. Where's our seed tender? Maybe we can do this without messing up this time.
No, I think you tried it again, it just doesn't work.
Really? Well, it's funny because right now that I'm using this thing, it's full with fertilizer and corn, like both. Even though we didn't fill it up. Or no, that was the other one we were trying to fill. This one should work. You filled up this one. But you probably filled it up with the triggers, didn't you? Where is our... Clearly not here. I guess I'm going to use a challenger. I know, Eric. Ugly planner. I haven't used it much. I figured I would. Oh boy. I don't know who even bought this thing. Oh my good lord.
Satan did.
Yeah, the seed thing's gonna be terrible. Need to put it on the back of a truck, actually. manage with it for now. I don't know. I don't mind horse, but I'm not a huge fan of planting corn and soybeans anyway. I don't do that in real life where I'm from, but I like the big air seeders, but can't really pull out the Burgo on this map. I guess you could, but figured I'd try something different for once.
My bandwidth was going crazy, so I stopped watching the stream.
Oh, you're banned now. I don't know. I gotta play with settings. I'm not happy if it's blurry. To get some pointers from some people that stream already. I don't know why my stream like keeps cutting out on YouTube. Lots of settings to play with, that's for sure. We're gonna cheat and try across the field anyway.
I was going to tell you, because I didn't get to last time. You stream. We gotta do something with the triggers for the gate to go to clean the component.
Why?
Mouse activated, and the loader itself is mouse activated too.
Oh.
So if you try using the loader, you're gonna close the on yourself.
Oh, that's funny.
It's really annoying.
I'd imagine it would be.
Guess I could use the keyboard and use the letter arms that way.
I'm gonna attempt backing this up, but this is gonna be god awful. Oh, actually, it's actually better with the Challenger for backing up.
I gotta sell that too, you know what?
Yeah, this thing is terrible.
The Challenger too.
Oh. I'm not a huge.
Just had the quad track and the gear and the Massey.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we have another gear too with the load arms on it?
Possibly. I don't keep track.
One of the gears too.
I don't keep track of the deers that we have, but there. It wasn't hard. It's actually better backing this up with the Challenger. I know an error occurred playback. I keep getting that on YouTube. It's annoying. Maybe I have to play with some settings on OBS or something. Must have. We'll figure it out eventually anyway. Need a bigger planter. Actually, this is going to take a while. Plant some corn with this thing.
Gear back here if I want to use that instead.
No. I don't want to use DB planter. If anything, I'd use Great Plains. That's still the only one I really like. I know. No, I'm just going to use this horse for now. I'll be fine with it. Have to do. And I was hoping to have that stagger on here. But see, Satan will be on later. Because I'd pull the horse with that. Be a little excessive, but I'm alright with that. No, it's true. I'm just pulling this with a Massey anyway, so. Front wheel assist, all you need. Oh, what was I watching a video the other day? The guy had a Massey 7700 series pulling the white planter, and I was like, gee, that's a pretty big planter, but man, did that 7700 ever look beautiful. It did. Those are by far my favorite. Planter or a case. It's my favorite, but I wouldn't know we're gonna try some corn this year, but it's funny because there's I'm trying to think, what is it? There's this new planter that's out, and I think it plants some sort of like, hey Shane, how's it going? It plants some sort of like plastic down, and then it pushes the corn through it, because in our area, central Alberta, we can't grow grain corn. So this is to help protect it in the soil, so that you can plant it even earlier. So I don't know, it's this new planter that one of the dairy guys is thinking of buying around us, and we're only going to do like 18 acres because we can't do grain corn here. So and we're going to try it. So, and I'm pretty sure it's a John Deere that he's buying, but I mean, he's just going to come and do it for us, because there's not many DB planters or like corn planters around here. You can get them, but so it would be quite interesting to see how it works, putting the plastic down and then puncturing the seed through it. So I'm quite interested. I'll definitely be going out watching when he comes to do that for sure. But what, a planter? Was that the one that was without the Big Bud scripts? Is that? Oh, okay. Oh, I probably watched it. I was like, I thought it was in game. I was like, wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Hmm. Use a what? Sorry, I wasn't listening. Oh, okay. How are you today, Shane? Voice volume is very low. Okay, I can change that. How's that? Is that better? I'm using OBS for the first time, so it's be a little bit different than Nvidia or the Shadow Play. Let me know if my voice volume is better. Oh, trying to pay attention to too many things at once. Bit low, but better. I can turn it up even more. So, sorry. How's that? Is that even? That should be better. That's pretty much all the way up on OBS. Other than that, I'm not sure what else I can do. Sounds good now. Okay. Well, now at least I know where to keep it. So I try not to have the music too loud too, but it's kind of like a constant battle to get everything right. Is the video blurry, Shane? So you're doing that grass, and then where's it? You're going to do the other stuff too, are you?
What other grass?
Oh, I thought there was another open field somewhere, but
There's an open field, but I don't own it.
oh. Okay, yeah, no, I'll definitely have to do that. I don't think my other videos are blurry, but different programs, so. Yeah, I have to play with some stuff. I just kind of did tried OBS quite a while ago and changed some settings, but that was back when I didn't have very good internet, so I'll have to go see what a good recommend setting is. Or I'll have to play around with it anyway and do some tests. And I've just been playing with intro, which the intro's alright, short and sweet, and it was something free, so. And then the wait screen is another program. I think it's Nerds or Die, I believe, that has a bunch of free stuff you can play with like that. So I don't know, I've been fiddling with that stuff last couple days. Believe it or not, there's so many different things you can do, overlays and it's actually a lot of fun trying to go through all that stuff and watch videos how to set it up. And hey, Western Australia Farm, how's it going? Have to see. I might have to do other videos other than just Farm Simulator to get some subscribers, but or maybe do some video tutorials or something. As much as I could show people how to do stuff, I'm very unorganized and I'm very sloppy when I do stuff. So, thanks, man. You do not want to see my desktop. It is horrendous.
I assume it's very scary.
I got so many open folders of mods that I'm currently doing stuff to, and it's just I have so many different versions of things and backups and stuff, and I need to be a little more organized. But same when I do stuff, when I'm editing things or working on a mod, I've got so many different screens open on my couple of monitors. So I don't know how well I'd be at doing a tutorial. Some guys they're really good at their tutorials. I'd have to practice because I go back and forth over stuff. And yeah, I got an MSI Trident 3, like just one of those. It's one of the new mini gaming desktops or whatever. I bought one of those, and XSplit comes free with it and stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff's free anyway, but for what I've seen, a lot more things on how to use OBS, like overlays, and it's just, I thought I'd stick with that. I could use XSplit, I guess, but the Nvidia Shadowplay is good too, but you can't do, as far as I know, you can't do intros and stuff like that. You just, I'm streaming and you're good. I mean, my picture and stuff was good, but I don't know, I'll try and get better quality. Quality to me is an important thing. After this seating, we'll try and do something different and spice it up a little bit. But yeah, right now it's pretty much just seating on the server, so not too loud or not. We fed cows are fed already, I'm pretty sure.
I just cleaned them back on.
Okay.
I was gonna say, we could probably sell in our waters too.
Yeah, I guess we don't need to. Kinda just got carried away. try to play a little more realistic on the next map, but it's just Automokes is a beautiful map, but it's just kind of a filler for our server right now, so we're more of a bigger map players. I definitely love this map, though. It is well done. CWJ is very good at what he does. I didn't add the duels, but yes, there's duels on it. I'm sure in time it'll probably be out. KMN was the one that did the duels on the planter. He did it on both of them, so knowing him, I'm assuming it will be available one day. I think it makes him look a lot better.
That's because they have the magic.
Yeah. But it still has 0 signs on it. Minor detail. Horse DLC didn't have dynamic hoses on the stuff, did it? No, I don't think it did. Or I don't remember if I set up BC Bueller's tractor for... I don't think it's set up for dynamic hoses, honestly. Need to do that. I've got my slow moving sign in the wrong spot too in the tractor, I realize that. I've got a re-edited version where I added a sign and I added a front loader brackets, and it's my farm in real life. We have a 8700 series loader tractor, so go big or go home. But yeah, I was going off our we had an old 8400 that used to be the biggest series before the last couple, and it's kind of had the side windows plus the back windows. So where I have the Ford slow moving vehicle sign is proper on an 8400 series, but not on this 8700 series. I need to move it down. It usually goes on top of the hydraulics. I guess it doesn't really matter, but
I don't really have that small.
anything that small, what do you mean?
As far as tractor.
An 8700 series? That's not small.
It's not less.
Wow, that's the biggest front wheel assist mass he makes. It's the 8700 series.
I don't know how else is.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, your Challenger 1000 series.
I don't know that.
Oh, I thought you did. Western 3000 is what I farm in real life. It's not, I mean, to some people that's pretty small, but that's in my area. That's like the standard. I wouldn't say the standard. That's an average. Most guys are 1500 to 2000, and then there's some really big. Southern Alberta, there's one guy that farms 80,000 acres, so he has like 15 combines and does custom. I don't know. He's huge. There's a few guys down south here that are huge, but can't hear who you're talking to. Okay. I probably got to turn up my desktop audio for that. Just give me a second. I can't hear you, Bubbles.
Thank God. It's good, man.
Just talking to myself. That's lame. Here, I'll change that, and then you let me know if you can.
No, you gotta remember my brother run the Challenger.
Okay.
We don't. It's because he
Gotcha.
has the dairy.
I was gonna say, well, that's front wheel assist. Let me know, guys, if you can hear Bubbles, who I'm talking to. Say something, Bubbles.
Something.
shit, I turned my desktop audio up, so. Oh, wow, 150,000 acres, Jesus. Oh, come on, get a Fent already. I know, random ghost, but I don't got any good Fents on the server yet. There was one that was released that I really liked. It's close to our real life one. I'll add that in eventually. I'll have to do that.
I wish we were that big.
I wish we were that big. 150,000 acres.
I haven't sent anything in my chat yet, so I'm not sure what you can do as a moderator. I haven't even got Nightbot yet. I gotta do that too, but I don't have enough people watching to really worry about that. Yeah, well, like I turned the desktop audio off because if I play my intro, then it like plays back my intro again, so you can hear it like twice as it's playing, and I thought that was annoying, so I turned that off. But so clearly I have to have that off for my intro, but not for my capture. I don't know. I'm learning, so I appreciate you guys telling me volumes and stuff. That's awesome. Biggest farm near you is 8,000 acres. Oh, that's huge. That's like Bubbles here. It's what they farm, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty big for around here too. There's some bigger guys that farm that much, and they run 3 or 4 combines. And I was always like, yeah. As soon as my dad lets me take over the farm, I was like, I'm gonna go big. But I thought about it, and I was like, to manage people and to find workers, and I was like, you know what? Screw that. I was like, that's a pain in the ass. So our 3,000 acres is good enough. My dad and I do during seeding time, it's just the 2 of us. It's pretty busy then. And then harvest, we employ about 3 or 4 other people. My brother and sister will come back and help on the farm during harvest the odd day, and then we have my dad's uncle, or sorry, my dad's brother, which is my uncle, runs our combine. And then we got a couple. I've got a buddy that comes back every year. He has his own business, so he's able just to come back at harvest. And then my dad's got another friend, and they just come and help us for a month. Or, you know, 2 years ago our harvest took like 3 months because we kept getting snow, but generally you can get it done in 3 weeks to a month if everything's good. Average farm size is 10,000. Wow, yeah, that's awesome. That's some big farms. Oh, the 8,000 is dairy. 2 class choppers, milk, nice. 2 class. Hey, Bubbles, class?
Don't get me started.
Yeah, he doesn't like when people say class and call it class. Not everyone knows the proper term, okay? I probably said class at one point in time, but I never owned one or heard anyone talk about them, really. Yeah, I was pretty sure Random Ghost, you live too far away to come help me at harvest. Now, I don't know what you can do as moderator. I haven't gone in and set up anything yet, so who knows what you can. I wouldn't have a clue. I'll get Nightbot at some point, but my streams don't get too carried away, so. Oh look, we're gonna be done here shortly. Perfect. Forget.
I'm going up to plant that other field with soy.
Okay, well, I'll come join you. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure if I can set up different things as moderator, but you're the first moderator, so farm is 14,000 acres. Wow, geez, that's huge. That's like 4.5 of mine. Can imagine those. I mean, you get you get some good management and you get some good employees, and I'm sure some of those big farms are easy to maintain. I don't know why I keep getting an error on YouTube. That's bothering me. There must be something to do with OBS. So you're gonna plant soybeans? Yeah, I'll come. I'll fill this up and put some soybeans in it. Call yourself small, 14,000. Yeah. Well, if that's standard, or if 10,000 is standard for you guys, then yeah, 14 would be small. I gotta look above for backing this guy up. Oh, yeah, that's probably good enough. Yeah, it just keeps saying something to do with playback and giving me just like the fuzzy black screen. I just have to keep refreshing, but never had that problem when I use Nvidia. So well, Nvidia, I'm probably not saying that right either, but that's so weird. I fill my planter. This thing's still at 5,000. Oh, it's probably because I have to tip it, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
So I keep just filling my planter. That's awesome. So if you don't tip the thing, your planter fills for pretty much doesn't use anything up. That's cool. Oh, a Massey in the sea. I know, probably. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Challenger MT, but just kind of using whatever for stream. We kind of just set it up quick and we get on mails. We'll start off with some different equipment and it's actually that Challenger on the seed tender is actually really easy for backing it up. If you get anything that's articulated or front wheel assist, it makes it harder. But are you already down there planting?
Yeah, this field's not that big. It's not gonna take me long.
Which one are you on?
Just doing the outside.
Okay, you are on that same one. Okay, I was like,
outside.
it's not that big. I was like, it looks like it's big, but yeah, it's deceiving. Oh, run over the crop.
Too much green for my eyes.
Well, you know you could change
This is
that.
hurting me.
Where did you even start? I don't even see any. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, you're using the big planter.
Ugly planter.
Ugly planter. Yeah. I agree with you. I'll do another pass.
Yeah, I guess you could just fill in the spots I missed, because over there there's a lot of, like, not very wide spaces.
On corn still. There might be a patch of corn here, just a light little patch. We're doing soybeans, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna make one more pass around and it should be big enough to turn around. Well, at least for me. You got a bigger planter, so. Because I'm just gonna go back and forth, I think, after.
Can you do that left side, and you know where the islands are in the middle?
Can I do what? Sorry. Yeah.
Do you see the islands in the middle of the field? Can you do from the left over,
Sure.
and I'll handle the right?
I can handle that. I think the new course play is public now. The what do you call it? The developer version where you can go around. You can have the combine convoy, and somebody on a page was like, "I'm not sure what the island one is yet," and I was gonna comment and be like, "Well, that means it will go around objects in the field." Is what the island thing is, and I think that is. I don't think it's developer anymore. It might be public, but I'm not 100% sure. Because I was gonna.
Well, Giants isn't updating anything on the mod hub
DLC.
Because they're testing the robot. Yep.
Why do they gotta be tested? It doesn't come out till March. Hopefully they add more equipment. Whatever's on this.
You'd think. You'd hope.
Whatever's on their site there, if that's all we're getting. I mean, it's $8. I'm not expecting a lot, but if that's all we're getting, like that's pretty much already in the game. It's just grim. Like we still have that unloader. I mean, the unloader's cab doesn't go up. I don't think the unloader we have now, the cab doesn't raise up like the Ropa one, does it? Like, you know, when you put your beats on the ground and you know that. What is that? I know we have it.
Oh, you mean the mouse?
No. Let me look here. Beat harvesting. It is the Homer Exact, the Terra Fellis 2 Eco.
Yeah, it's the same as the mouse.
Does its cab go up? Because I know the Ropa's. Okay.
I believe it does.
So then what's the difference? I don't see what the difference in the stuff that we're getting. It's just Ropa. People have already.
You have to remember. It's the same machine. It's the same brand. Ropa split from Homer, if I remember right.
So then that's all we're getting. It's the same stuff we already got in game. If that's the case, I'm not going to be buying it, but. So I'm pretty sure someone edited some Ropa stuff too that's on the mod hub, so.
Yeah, he brought it out.
So I don't get why we need a TLC with the same stuff. I mean, I could see if it was different stuff we don't have, that's cool. Like try and broaden the. I know why they're not giving us like American stuff. They're trying to broaden their scope and cover all sorts of different fruits. I get that part, but don't give us the stuff we already have. I mean, that's just what 19 is going to be anyway. In 15, I was pretty quick to jump over to 17, but I think I'm going to wait a bit with 17. Unless they can find a way to... Because I'm not a Lua guy, so... If they can find a way that we can transfer or convert stuff a little bit easier, like Lua-wise, then I'm all for it. Because there's a lot of stuff with custom Luas that I like. And as soon as you switch over to the new game, you lose all the custom scripts. I mean, I don't really like that, but... Here, I'll get your little bit that you missed here. It shouldn't take long to do this field, really.
No.
It's going to take me longer to do all these islands over here than... is for you. I think this is our last field to seed too. Or no, we have one more little one, I think. And then we'll see, but... Yeah, I'm not sure how long we're going to be playing on Autumn Oaks. Hopefully just a couple weeks, but I just haven't got back to my Mills County edit, so.
Working on other projects.
Somebody keeps giving me stuff to do. Balls.
Stop Satan from doing
You have to stop Satan from doing that.
Yeah, I gotta stop. Oh, this would be nice to have. That's a good idea. You know what? I'm bored of editing the map. Let's go do another mod. That's what gets me every time. Gotta change stuff up. I get bored. Staring at the same map edit drives me nuts. Thanks, Glade, for subscribing. Should probably put my new subscribers notifications up, but I haven't figured out exactly how to do that yet. Just wondering why I can't move here. Really, I know this is probably getting seeded, but I could go lengthwise and seed this. Screw it, I'm gonna do it. I want to go back and forth on this stuff. I know this isn't good. It's not normally how you do it. Seed in rows going the other way. Shh, we won't tell anyone. Strictly game purpose seeding here. Waste my time doing the other way.
Yeah, I said screw it a long time ago.
Well, I know you get people watching. They'll be like, "That's not how you do it," and I'll be like, "You know what? Even though I don't seed soybean or corn in real life, I know that you go. You know, I'm not sure how many times they go around. I don't know that, but I know how I seed with my air seeder. I seed my outside rounds first, and then I start going back and forth. So I do drive over my headlands all the time. But with our new Burgo drill and the new monitor, I can seed my headlands last. I just didn't do it last year. Kind of set in my old ways and some technology to play with if I want to do it that way. So I might do it this year, but we don't see a real difference driving over our headlands, so it doesn't seem to affect anything that we have noticed anyway. But I'm sure in some different parts of the world there's certain reasons why people do stuff a certain way.
We do our headlands last.
Yeah, I know some people that do that.
Too much compaction.
Yeah,
Too much
yeah,
compaction.
so we don't seem to have that issue here as much. Crop still comes up the same. Mind you, our headlands, like for our malt barley, generally, because since we're waiting for it to dry down, our headlands are usually tougher than the interior of the crop. That maybe could be because we drive it down and maybe grows a little bit slower because it has to come up under all that compaction, but we don't see a big enough difference to change it. So. Alright, let's get over here and finish up this other side. I'll maybe seed this stuff properly on this side. And we'll do this side properly. Gotta get this done. I don't know what we're gonna do for spraying it, but so you gotta buy a sprayer. Oh yeah, well we can roll the ground right now. Like after this is seeded, we can roll it. Could roll it in the first stage, I think. Anything after the first stage, then you start destroying crop. Plus, in real life, yeah, the crop's just sprouting out of the ground, you can roll it. But yeah, if you let it get too high, you'll damage it. But
Yeah, we roll.
we
our
roll
soybeans.
everything. We used to just roll our barley and wheat, just because you're cutting so low to the ground. But and like canola, you know, the swather's cutting higher and stuff. That's it. I mean, canola, we like to leave quite a stock on our canola just to catch the snow and stuff. But we still managed to pick up a rock, combine a canola, so combine a swath canola field. So we just roll everything. We got an 80-foot Diggleman roller, and we just roll it all. That thing is sweet to get going.
I agree, Shane. That would be cool if compaction was
Oh
an
god,
issue
that
in
drive me
FS.
nuts. Cool, I suppose. That'd almost be too picky of gameplay for me, but for people to deal with it in real life, yeah, anything I do in real life, it's awesome to have it happen in FS. Not always possible. Some stuff's possible, but hopefully have some more mods released soon. I don't know, we got some edits to some stuff. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. If it's not a big enough edit to a mod, then I'm not gonna re-release someone's work like, oh look, I changed a tire size or something. I'm not gonna release somebody's work if I just changed a tire. But if there's a substantial amount of work to it, then yeah. There's a mod, but it only swaths wheat. Like, I think it's on the mod hub. It's some Rosal mesh or something. I can't remember who made it, but the swather, in my opinion, isn't. I mean, the scripting's wonderful, but its physical appearance is not really likable. But as far as I know, all it does is swath wheat, and then there's also a pickup header for your combine that's on Mod Hub too, I think. Like, they're on all over sites. I couldn't tell you what sites. I got them a long time ago, but and then the header will pick up wheat, and I believe the swather will even swath barley, but it turns it into a wheat windrow. So basically, it doesn't. If you swath barley or wheat, you're picking up wheat no matter what. I have yet to really mess with it. I went and took the scripting and put it on my Massey swather so that I could cut wheat and then pick it up with a combine. But my issue is I was having on the server is like I started on a fresh game and my swather could swath the field, and as soon as I saved and exited and came back in, I could no longer swath the field. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on with all that stuff. I know BC Bueller is working on a said mod to have all that scripting in there and make it easy for people just to plug and play mods rather than have a header scripted like this or that. So he's making it more playable for people that know nothing about modding. So if he ever gets that done, that'd be cool. But I'm not really motivated to work on that. If he's doing stuff like that, then there's no point on me really playing around with it. I don't like to waste my time if someone else is doing it generally. Somebody's already done the mod. I don't like to do the same mod and try and do it better. There's too much of that already, so I will take someone's mod and edit to my liking so that I can enjoy it. But
We have looked at it though. I mean, it's been in our discussion for a while.
this is my discussion in 15. It's into my discussion in 13. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If it's something he's not going to get to at all, then might have to look into it. Holy man, that really puts you up on your tires, eh? I know, it's like waiting for Christmas. I know it's hard it takes time though, honestly. Like, honestly, there's some edits that we could release, but there's certain errors to them, or there's always something, and you even think you have a good mod like that Rhino Rake that we put it on the page. There was a guy that commented and said you should really test your mods before you upload them. They're full of errors because the rake is up in the air for some people. I'm not sure why it does that. I've tried to troubleshoot it. I have no idea, but I tested that rake. I have 3 or 4 people that play on the server that tested it. It's error free. There's no errors in the log, no nothing. So that guy got banned because I was like, that's kind of rude. I was like, it was fully tested, and or said I should get some testers. Oh, I have plenty of testers. So, and it was coming from a guy that does shitty edits and it's full of errors anyway. So he definitely got banned off the page. But no, that rhino rake is error free. I'm not sure why some people the wings are up in the air. I thought maybe it was because I referenced a Big Bud script. Some people said, well, no, they have the Big Bud DLC, some didn't, and it still did that. So I honestly can't recreate the error on my end, so I'm not sure what to do about it. So there is that band-aid fix on the site there, but that fixes it for people, but then the wings have no flex. So it sucks for people that have the wings up in the air, because if you do that little band-aid fix that I posted there, you basically ruin the flex, but then it works for them. So other than that, I don't really know what to do about it.
Yeah, we spent time testing it. I mean, I even tested it in single player game. I didn't have any issues. Like, it didn't raise in the air, so I have no idea why it's doing that. I mean, we talked about this for quite a while.
Yeah, I was starting to get tired of people saying they had a problem with it. I answered I don't know how many questions, and then eventually I just stopped because I tried troubleshooting it, and I mean, like, Random Ghost was helping me, and lots of people that I was talking to and couldn't figure it out. So, I mean, for the majority, I think like 4,000 or 5,000. I think if I look at the download, like 4,000 or 5,000 people downloaded it, and I only had like 30 people saying they had an issue. I mean, there's probably more that didn't speak out about it, but I mean, out of 5,000 people, that's for most people it works. So, I honestly, in mod conflict, like, someone took all the mods out of their folder, supposedly they said when I talked to them, and they said they were still, the wings were up in the air. So I don't know, it could be a certain mod that people have that was causing it, but I can't recreate the error, so I'm not sure. It's probably that light add-on mod or something. That thing's an awful mod. It causes so many problems with stuff, but no idea. But yeah, when somebody comes on the page and says you should get testers and maybe take your time and test stuff first, like, sorry, we did take our time. We tested on the dedicated server, we tested in single player, we test it with mods, we test it without mods. I test stuff without mods first, make sure it's error free, and then it's nice to throw it in a server with a ton of mods to see if you do get some mod conflicts, because then I can troubleshoot it and be like, hey, don't use this mod, or, you know, you can fix stuff that way too. But yeah, it's definitely good to test it without mods first. Oh, you know what? I forgot to go do the little field. I gotta go back and do that other little field still we missed out there.
Yeah, we test all of our stuff pretty thoroughly before we even release it.
Some stuff just kind of gets slapped together and thrown out, but sometimes you're pretty much done looking at the mod, you're tired of it, so you just get it out there. When you work on stuff, it gets tiring after a while. Now, I wonder how I can get to that field without going through this field. Probably can't. I don't think I can straight crop yet. Good. So I'll do this soybeans probably, because we're going to be doing corn. We want to be able to get to it. And we're going to have wheat here, so. Yeah, plus I'll have to play with some settings to get a better stream. Oh wow, you probably just decimate fields using that Midwest. That Midwest is a pretty big header. These Midwests are pretty cool though. I think we're gonna be, in real life, we'll be demoing a ideal AGCO combine this year, so I'm definitely gonna take tons of pictures, probably even take a video. I'm definitely running that thing for sure. I've only seen one picture on the internet of it with duals, and I was like, oh, and it's like it's Americanized, and I was like, oh, that looks so good with duals. Cause yeah, that's something. Well, thanks, Gone, for subscribing. Slowly but surely. So I might have to play some other games too. Get a little more excitement going. I don't know though, like that. I'll have to see that bagger video I put up had over 600 views. So that's, maybe I'll have to do more videos like that explaining how stuff works. That seemed to be a very popular video. Brought 2 S90s and 2. Jesus, yeah, that one's. But I mean, oh, in Australia, there you guys. I'm sure your fields are massive, so that's probably comparable to stuff here. This is a small little field here. I'm thinking though, when we harvest this map bubbles, we'll just use a couple of those 25-foot honeybees maybe, have a couple smaller combines with a couple small headers. I'm not,
Oh, sure.
I don't like small implements and stuff, but if we get too big of a header, we're just gonna, you could do all these fields in one stream. Hey Casey, how's it going? Casey Z, or Z, I don't know which way you Americans say it. Almost done planting. Oh, your biggest field is shy of 1,000. Talk like that's nothing. That's a third of our acres. Our biggest field is 440 acres. And we only run one combine, so. But it's a Massey, so that's all you need for. Well, I need one combine when you're running a Massey. No, I'm just kidding. It usually takes us a couple days to do the 440 acres. And then most of our other fields, they're about a quarter size, you know. Somewhere in around there. They're not all 100%, but we got some fields at around 100, some 150, some around 90. 4890, thanks for subscribing. I think that's it for planting, I believe. Let's take a look here. Our productivity for the cows is crap. It must take a while for their product. I was reading it takes a while for your productivity to get higher because we're in the green. They do bubbles. They need more grass and they still need some power food. Or they're getting low on that, but. See all our fields. God, the guy that was fertilizing before, I think he was doing it in the fog or something, or I think it might have snowed I think that's what Satan was doing. Couldn't even see where he was going. Yeah, that looks like everything. We could get rid of those strips and turn them into something, but I'm not gonna. I'm thinking if we... I kind of want to buy 8 and do that as a hayfield, but we don't have enough money for that, so maybe next season. But yeah, we can go and do some fertilization. Biggest field near me is about 100 acres. Yeah, that seems about... That's more my... We're just lucky to have a couple quarters kind of beside each other, and then a couple other little... So yeah, a half, and makes up our 440. We got a bunch of fields beside each other too that we could take the fence. We've been taking the fence out of a lot of them, but I don't think we got a pressure washer, do we? Feel like that's something we could get on here. Like how we just park all our equipment outside. Don't give two shits. I don't know where we wanna... Maybe we'll put a pressure washer on this corner or something. So we're done with the planters, we can probably park them inside. I believe it's placeable, yeah. Some of this stuff cleaned up. Sell my player up for this. We have 2 John Deere CTSs with 36-foot McIntyres, but in shit crops we get over 600 acres. Wow, nice. 2 John Deeres. 36-foot, yeah, that's... We ran, we always run Massey, but we had a 9560 with the Canadian flag on it. Is what we ran, and we ran it for 3 years, and we usually buy stuff a year old, about 200 threshing hours on it, not engine hours, but threshing hours, and then after the 3 years, we put about 250 hours on it every harvest, so we're up to about 1,000, and then we traded in right around 1,000 every 3 years roughly, or 2 or 3 years, just to keep everything new. So now, like if you've looked at my page and you see the picture of the Massey combine or the mod, it's a 9565. That's what we've bought in real life. It's not on the farm yet, but it'll be delivered this summer, I would imagine. And we run a 36-foot honeybee header. So I mean, lots of guys around us here, they run 25, 30. Most guys run 30 foots with 2 combines, so we run the 36 with 1, and we keep up to a lot of the neighbors with 2 John Deeres, so sometimes we even get finished before them. There's a couple neighbors that have 2,500 acres, 2 John Deere combines, so we have 3,000 acres, 1 Massey combine, and we usually get done before them, so we bug them all the time. Where do we want these levels? Where do we want these planters? Bubba's ignoring me. Not sure what to do with this thing. Kinda just got stuff everywhere. We're sloppy. Yeah, Bubbles must be away at the moment. If this will fit in here, I don't know if it's gonna clear the roof. We'll see. I know, YouTube is being crappy today. Oh yeah, we're gonna clear it just barely. Oh, not with the front, but whatever. Counts. gonna try and get this to the back best we can. That mini out of the way. I'm happy with that. And I'll try and get some of this stuff put away. Get it put away, get some stuff. Actually, we could probably sell some stuff, but was he back yet? No. Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where'd you go? Oh.
Didn't go anywhere.
I couldn't hear you talking. Or were you just not answering me? Oh.
No, I wasn't answering.
And you're loving the John Deere today.
No, I hate it, honestly.
God, yeah, all our stuff's dirty. We probably will. The other guy that plays on the server, he loves John Deere, so we got to play with a little bit of John Deere, or else he won't play on the server. So, unfortunately, he's not a fan of Case and Agco like Bubbles and I are. If we sell the John Deeres, he'll just buy them back. He does other stuff too, but yeah, he loves his John Deeres. I wouldn't download a John Deere mod if it wasn't for him, but he put stuff in the server, so I download it. If I see a John Deere mod on any mod site, like, I honestly don't ever download them. Like, as much as like KMN stuff, awesome mods, I just never download them because I don't like John Deere. But unfortunately, one of the guys in the server uses them, so I have to download them to play. But nothing against them; they're beautiful mods. It's just not a fan of John Deere stuff. But I mean, that's John Deere pissed my great grandpa off a long time ago. So there's no John Deere mods on our real life farm. Or sorry, not mods. There's no John Deere equipment. But I can't say much about them because I've actually never even been in one, so I can't say too much on an opinion because I've never even drove one. Okay, so what needs to be done for fertilization? I need to redo that one field, but we'll go down to 1.
Cows have grass.
I think they need more though.
I gave them
did
grass.
they? Okay.
They're fine.
They were in the green, it was just getting a little low is all, but
I
no,
gave
that should
them
be
2
good then.
bales, so they're still good on power food.
That'll be good for a bit. I'm gonna go do some rolling since stuff's put in the ground. It'd be nice to come do this grass over here. Can we not even do that? Oh, I guess we can't. It's still a field technically, isn't it? Yeah. Just say in some maps where the grass field is just an open place, we'd be able to get away with haying it, but not when that's an actual field. Oh, might knock out the stop sign. Whew. A little excessive getting big roller, but got no time to waste. At least this thing isn't hard as real life to back up. They're pretty easy in real life, but this one just goes perfect. Make sure my seat's turned, yeah. I never know what this one does. Oh yeah, puts my seat down. Good, got cup holders. Turn around here and we'll be on our way. Forgot how much this thing swings too when you get going. Pretty big roller. Anyone else in the chat, do you guys roll cropland at all? We mainly do it for rocks, and it does basically after seeding it kind of packs your soil back in, so it does keep some it's good for keeping in moisture too before it gets too dry of a year, but mainly for rocks. Most people in our area do it now. A lot of people end up renting ours. Our 80-foot Diggleman. I have this problem in real life too, and I almost take out power poles or fence. Gotta be careful sometimes. At least with the drill, we have a 62-foot drill, and at least with that, you're turning slow enough that you can avoid your fence lines and stuff. The roller, yeah, when you're going 10, 11, 12 mile an hour, that roller swings around pretty fast. Helps with seed to soil contact as well, yeah. I'd assume for soybeans you're cutting right low to the ground. It's just like peas and stuff here, you're getting right to the ground, so it's definitely nice for that. Man, I'm a bad driver when I'm on my phone. Let's see if you get this field done. This is a lot bigger, this field number 1. New York has lots of rocks. I don't doubt it. Yeah, I know there's some places, I think further east of us that, like I was talking to him about quad track, and I said, "Oh, the quad track's beautiful." So we still have a wheeled stagger, but we just didn't have a quad track on our farm for seeding. And you know, when you get stuck or you're pulling your seeder, generally your tractor's not getting stuck. Your seeder is, because we run packers on the back, so that if you go through a muddy area, that you just pack up with mud and then it slows your tractor down. But with the wheels, as soon as the tractor starts spinning, you'd dig down 2-3 feet, you'd be into the clay, and you'd have massive ruts. Quad track it just takes the topsoil off, and then it just slides. Like, it doesn't dig holes. It's one reason why we love it. And for going over any bumps or anything, it's beautiful. You don't feel anything. And the one guy out, I think it was out east of, like, this is probably a couple hours east of us, but he's like, yeah, he's like, if we get into some really rocky terrain, he said the quad tracks, like, you can feel every single bump with the tracks, or you feel every rock. I'm guessing just where their bogey wheels are and stuff in the tracks, that you can feel the rocks. But yeah, he just said they don't use quad tracks out there because there's so many rocks. And I was like, huh, I didn't think that'd be an issue, but I could maybe get a GPS line going. That might be a thought here. Just get this little bit done. More slight to deal with than a rock. Yeah, I wouldn't even know what to do with that stuff. That'd be tough for sure. Maybe I'll do 2 rounds so I can turn around easier. It's usually what I do in real life. Just do 2 rounds around the field and then go back and forth. Yeah, I know. I can imagine farming some parts in the world. We have it fairly easy here. A lot of our land's flat. You go further west of the town that I'm east of, and yeah, it's a little more hilly. You know, I mean, as much technology as you have on your headers for the flex headers and stuff, it's definitely easier. We have a lot of our land's flat, minimal rocks, pretty good soil. Some guys further east have a lot more gumbo soil too, so our soil's fairly nice. And you always see a video or something, you're like, I wonder why the guy's doing that, but like, you know, you don't know what part of you don't know what their soil's like unless you're from there, and stuff's always different. It's quite amazing, yeah, how somebody can do one thing and then, you know, other parts of the world they couldn't even think of doing it that way. Yeah, Bubbles, what Satan was saying, it was one of my previous videos. I never even thought about that. hopefully get this field done. We'll get a couple more fertilized, and then yeah, we'll have to go ahead, maybe feed some cattle, and that might be the stream for tonight. We'll see. Been going for 2 hours already. I'd really like to make shorter videos, but I don't feel like you get enough in them. Hey Matt, how's it going? Oh yeah, 5x5 foot. Yeah, there's some. We have one field. We pulled the fence line out of it this year, and I pulled all the barbed wire out, and still finding pieces. And I went to go before I went to go rip it up. There was a couple of massive rocks. They were probably, I don't know, like 6 feet wide by I don't know, about another 5 or 6 feet long and stuff. And it was just I had to take a drive up there with the tractor and the loader, and it took up the entire bucket, and like had to use the grapple and everything to get the rock out. And I was just like, man, like how long have those rocks been there? I mean, you never farmed that, so. And the amount of rocks that you do throw in the fence line when you find them when you're in the field that year, yeah. So when you take out a fence, there's so many rocks to pick, and you can find some interesting things in there too sometimes. But yeah, it's just amazing some of the massive rocks that you find. Yeah, we'll get this, we'll get the field done next to it, and then yeah, there's a couple of crazy buy and sell stuff on Facebook. You know, I thought I turned all notifications off for Facebook, but yet I still get some in my screen. I swear I turned them all off, but. Bubbles, you there? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Selling
are you?
stuff.
Did you sell the junk? Oh, wow. Look at all the money we have.
Yep.
Woo!
I'm gonna sell the
Oh,
Challenger
man,
right
that
now.
thing was sweet for using it on that seed tender. It was good for that. I'll give you that. Worked well for that. I know.
Yeah, but we don't need it.
Maybe we could buy that hay field and do some hay.
And if we're thinking about bringing in the other Steiger, we're gonna need
Yeah, well,
money for
we
that.
can get rid of that. Did you sell that other quad track already? No, okay.
Yep. Sold the quad track, sold one of the tillage pieces, sold the other John Deere
Okay.
loader
'Cause,
with
yeah,
the bucket.
We could lease some of that. Like if we need 2 of something, we can at least lease one. Like I know it's fun to, you know, it was fun when we were all using the Daigle bins in the field. I enjoyed that, but we don't need to own them all. Not anyway on this small of a thing, but.
Yeah.
No,
Or we could even sell it and just
Yeah.
lease it, you know what I mean?
I asked Satan, I was like, you done that stagger yet? And he just sent me a meme basically saying not yet. Because that'll be nice too. Lots of old farms here. The field's boundaries are lined with rocks, almost as a wall from the near the hundreds of years. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, every time I see a rock, we have a couple of toolboxes on the quad track and our stagger, and like I need a rock box in the front because I throw the rocks in those toolboxes because we have our own toolboxes up on the step, so we don't use the ones on the front for anything. So I try and shove rocks in there and any twine I find from the previous year of us baling and it getting stuck on my shanks and stuff. I'll put that in there. But yeah, generally if I run out of spots, I'll be like, oh yeah, that rock, I gotta remember where that rock is, and I never ever come back and get it. So then you hit it with other piece of equipment. But Yeah, if we see rocks, definitely try and throw them in the ditch. If I'm out in a pickup truck, I'll load up the pickup. But sometimes they definitely get left in the field for sure. And once even if you've picked rocks and you think they're all gone, think again. There's still, you'll always find rocks. I mean, some fields are better than others. We have some fields that it's rare to see a rock, but every time you seed, you unearth some new rocks every year. Just some fields are pretty clean compared to others. I think that's back in the day. My grandpa, and my dad and his brother, they did a lot of rock picking. They even had a rock picker. We have an old rock picker that just sits in the yard now. Don't actually use it, but would need some TLC to get it back running. But yeah, most of our fields are fairly good on rock, so it's kind of nice. I remember at 15 there was a rock mod, wasn't there, Bowles? Yeah, I don't think that came.
I've picked way too many rocks in my life.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want to use that mod. Don't need to be going along and all of a sudden, oh, there's a rock. They gotta go out and pick that. Yeah, that's a little too much for me. We'll just, our fields are rock free. That's how I enjoy it. Lots of rock pickers here. Oh yeah, it sounds like that's probably a. I would assume these are custom rock pickers. Is there like custom companies that do that? Probably if rocks are that bad, you'd probably be some sort of custom work you could do. There's always, no matter what you're doing, there's always some form of custom work that can be done. Spawning every year and you gotta pick them. Well, FS in 15 there was a mod, a rock mod in FS 15, and I can't remember if it was if you're cultivating or seeding, but you'd be going along in the field and they just magically appear behind you. But I can't remember if it was with either seeding or cultivating. I can't remember. Then you'd have to go out with a loader and pick them up. And I mean, I know like BC Bueller made a rock picker. He made the model of it. I don't think it was ever in game. You could buy it at one point in time, I believe, but that'd be the only use for that thing. I don't know if it's something I'd like to do or not, but I'm sure there's lots of people that would enjoy that. I need to try and do some like, as much as I don't like playing farm sim like arcade style, it seems to be some of the more popular farm sim channels are more like an arcade type style than realistic farming like this. So I might have to switch it up, do a little bit of both, or do some different stuff you don't normally see. We'll see how it goes though. All depends what everybody wants and feedback. And first thing first though, I definitely need to work on stream quality. Matt says we have an old John Deere rock picker that the hydraulic electric don't work, so we use a cock shut. We had one field with lots of tiny medium-sized rocks all in one spot. Lots of work. Oh yeah, I imagine that'd be a lot of work. Especially a lot of medium-sized rocks. Yeah, I need a machine for that. You don't want to pick those by hand, especially on a nice nice spring day, or even the summer as your crops growing, going out and picking rocks too. It's usually what I'll do is I'll go pick some rocks while I can still drive in the field. I've seen there's another, I went to the last couple farm shows, there's this basket you can put on a bobcat or anything like that, and you can just kind of go down into the soil and it picks up the rock, and then as it rotates it just sifts out all the dirt and the topsoil and stuff. It's pretty cool. But I mean, that That'd only do a certain size of rock too. And you couldn't do a big area in a hurry. I never used one, but take one rock pickers, a lot of rock platforms on tractors, pretty much a 3 or 4 foot metal screen basket on each side of the front end. Yeah, it's pretty handy. I need to find something like that. I'd like to mount it on our, especially when I'm seeding, because that's when you unearth, like once you roll and stuff, you push a bunch of rocks back in. So like when I'm seeding, that's the time when I see the most rocks, because we don't cultivate our fields, or we don't believe in cultivating over here. You guys that cultivate, we don't like going down that far, because then you let all the moisture out too. We have a horse joker, and we will disc foxtail areas, and I'll disc around the edge of the field just to keep the weeds near the fence lines, to keep them from coming into our fields. That's pretty much all we do. The rest is heavy harrowed. We believe in not hardly touching our land at all to keep the moisture in. But yeah, some guys cultivate, we don't do that. So I mean, you'd probably bring up some rocks doing that. But majority of the rocks I bring up are when I'm seeding. So I need to find I need to look at a couple companies, because I'd like to mount a basket on there. Have to see though, the boss might not like that. Until my dad gives a farm over to me, I'm still gotta listen to what he says. So some of my ideas get used for sure, but not all the time. So yeah, we're no-till here, but central Alberta, that's the thing. There's some guys that use some big some of the Degelman Pro Tills around us, and I just think it's a waste, because they'll chop their straw. So you're chopping your straw, you're blowing it out on the ground, and the whole point of your I'm gonna miss here. The whole point of your chopped straw is you want to harrow it and spread it evenly throughout the field, and you want to let it rot into your soil. So some guys will chop the straw, and then they'll come right behind it with the Degelman Pro Till and work it so their soil is black. And I'm just like, you realize you just took all that away. You basically, like, why are you, like, if we're chopping the straw, we want to put it back in the land, why would you go and use a Degelman Pro Till? That thing makes your land way too dark, and you've just lost all that. Now that crop can't rot anymore, because you broke it up into tiny pieces. There's nothing left. So I mean, I shake my head at some guys that do that, because that makes no sense. But we got to demo the Borgo 360 this year, which is a new tillage piece. It comes in 40 and 50 feet, and I don't think we were the first in Alberta, but we were one of the first farms to get to use it. Anyway, in our area, we were the first guys, and we had about 40 other people come and watch us. We did a demo with it, and dealership was out there, and that thing's pretty good, because you can adjust your shanks. You had baskets on the back. Trying to think, it has about 4 things on it. I can't remember what the other things were, but like you could spread your straw, and then you could come back with that thing, and you could just do a very light, it kind of cracks the soil but doesn't make your soil black. So I mean, that's ideal for chopping your straw. But we bale most of ours, so we drop pretty much all our wheat and all our barley straw. The strawing even helps with erosion. Yeah, exactly. But if somebody comes in with the Pro Till and chops it all up, there's nothing left. So, see, I'm not sure why some people do it, but I think we're done this field. We'll get into this next one. Well, yeah, we drop most of our straw in real life, so. And then we bale, I think this year we had around 9,000 straw. I'm not sure exactly what we had for barley and wheat, but our wheat gets sold to BC, which is a province to the west of us. So basically all I do all winter is load trucks with wheat, probably sometimes 2 or 3 a day, but sometimes, you know, 1 a week. And then all our barley straw, we sell it to feedlots a couple hours away from us. So there's a guy that comes and I load him up twice a day usually until he's delivered. I'm not sure about 3,000 or 4,000 bales, so it keeps me somewhat busy in the winter time, loading bales all the time. Well, that's kind of one of our secondary incomes on the farm, other than selling grain, is selling our straw. Some of it's our own, and then some of it, my dad does custom baling too, so he buys a lot of people's straw, depending what combine did it, because some combines leave too long of a straw or chop it up too short, so depends what they have for a combine usually. Yeah, so we mostly just heavy harrow. We'll heavy harrow in the fall. Sometimes if the crop was a little bit tough when we combined it and the straw wasn't quite getting broke up enough, then we'll heavy harrow it in the spring as well. But usually, generally just once, but sometimes twice. And then yeah, just disc around the edges. That's all we really do for field work, or for tillage anyway. I'm hoping this field doesn't take that long, but it's getting a little bit later. Won't stream for too much longer, but appreciate everyone watching, as boring as it probably is. Yeah, we'll probably fertilize this field, and then I'm not sure if I'll do another one after this or not. I'll probably have to get some more stuff set up in the server. We're gonna need, well, we got the roller, but once the crop gets higher for our third stage, we're gonna need a sprayer. So I'm not sure what we're gonna use yet. If we'll get a Haggy, or maybe let Bubbles decide what he wants. Depends what we have on the server. I think the only sprayer we have is a Haggy for mods, so we might have to use like the in-game New Holland or something, but we'll see. See, Mills County will be a little more exciting when we get to that, because I'm adding beef to it, so we're gonna have beef cattle. Still playing with those scripts. It's definitely been done already, but to take it from other maps that are not English are a little bit challenging. Definitely have to use a lot of Google Translate and stuff, but just so I can comprehend how it works. There's gonna be that. We already have the dairy that Blue Web put on there. I've changed the dairy up quite a bit. Oh, this little piece looks kind of a little interesting for our big roller. Not gonna be able to make it. So I've edited the dairy on Mills County, so we'll have a bigger dairy. I think we're hoping eventually, with more of us being on, that we're gonna try and get about 2,000 head, but I mean that's gonna be a ton of feeding, so try and find a system to make that a little bit easier on us. We'll also have a grain farm on there, and the beef. Oh, I guess I can go a little faster with this thing. So we'll have a couple different operations, and I'm hoping to, you know, stream a day on the dairy and then stream a day on the beef cattle or stuff like that. I'll try and switch it up and try and always be doing different stuff as well. So I forgot this thing can go faster. So we'll do stuff like that on the new map. Just playing Automokes for the present time, just kind of fill in between until I get it fully edited. I just worked on it for a bit, and then I've been, you know how things are, you get bored. So I've been doing more other mod edits, and some of the other guys have been doing some stuff as well, so there is some cool stuff hopefully come out eventually. Still debating. I was thinking of updating the Pete pack. It's got a few options on it, but I was gonna do Fender. I was gonna do more options now that there's that the script for infinite design configurations. I was gonna add a bunch more to it, but we'll see. I haven't got around to that yet. Bunch of stuff, or hopefully one of the guys is working on just editing us wheeled staggers, so just waiting on that. So you'll probably see us using that eventually here on the server. So go on, Dylan. You were looking at, Dylan, you were looking at, was it, how do you say it, Stabbing Batch? I'm pretty sure you were looking at that map, were you, with the beef on there? I seen you talking about it on random stream. Seems like it's fairly easy to implement on a map, but some of that different language is a little. I kind of got to look at the map and see where they put it to know what they're doing with it. Because yeah, if you go on, I believe it's LS Company, that they've redone the fabric script so you can add beef and all that stuff, and they've got some pretty good tutorials on there. Like they got the puddles where No Creek Farms, where he put those puddles on his map. That's on that site. Those guys came up with that script. So I mean, they've come up with a ton of scripts that guys have been using. It's definitely a. Yeah, I'm still struggling with the beef a little bit. It's a little bit confusing. Basically have to look at how they set it up because I'm gonna implement to a map as well. And then also the buyable farms, they've got on there. So like I know like CWJ, he was like making, or like even STEM Camp, where they had the whole area that you could buy. These guys actually have the actual buyable options like you did in 15. So that's something I gotta look at too, but gotta use Google Translate for some of that stuff. It's always the Europeans. Always good with that type of stuff. I was just hoping somebody else would set up beef first and then release a map so it was already in English and you could understand it, but I think I'm gonna have to figure it out myself. Thanks, Dallin, for subscribing. I mean, on that map too, they don't just have one beef farm. I think they have 2 or 3. So I'm not sure how you do that, and I don't even understand how you can have that on with dairy cattle. I mean, I know you can only have one cow nav mesh, but I've seen you can put your cattle on like a spline, like vehicles. So I know that's how you can have cattle show up in other areas for sure. It's putting them into splines. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do out there. It's just to know how to do it. Lots of stuff to play with anyway, so if I ever feel like doing that. Oh, what do we got going on here? Jeez. what other do I have to do here? Field in the back, and then we got some of these here. Maybe go around the outside of this map. I won't strain for too much longer. Beef like how the sheep are. Yeah, no, that's true, Shane. There's also I was always wanting to do pigs, or actually, yeah, sorry, chickens. I seen there is one guy that set up chickens like how pigs and cattle are set up. There's a guy on YouTube. He just has some videos of him setting up. Doesn't explain anything or anything like that. He just kind of messing around. So I mean, you could have around myself here. Lots of guys have big chicken barns and stuff too. So I mean, that'd be kind of cool to implement something like that. Big chicken barn. It's definitely doable. It's just playing around with stuff and. Sometimes it gets boring to have to do that, but see, I think it's starting to snow, yeah. I can't remember the website again for that LS company, but they've got a good explanation of a lot of scripts. Like they're the one, they're the guys that made that bale storage mod that's on mod up there too. I took that and implemented to a map. That was fairly easy, but I mean they got some good ideas of some stuff for sure. And like the tablet mod, they've incorporated that with like everything. And if you I'll have to get that site again, but I got it favorited somewhere, bookmarked, because they've made it. They've got a new MP. It's in beta right now, but it's for servers. I know there's a mod that just came out where you can have your guys can make your own money and your own bank accounts, but they've got a whole thing integrated into the tablet mod. And you can have separate accounts, guys can have separate farms. The farms are split up on the map with some invisible wall. It's crazy all the stuff they've got. It's in beta right now, but I haven't downloaded to test it out yet. But yeah, they got a lot of good stuff. And I mean just the base map where you're doing cattle or grain farming gets boring. That's why I'm trying to implement a bunch of scripts and stuff into a map. So, you know, after you get bored of, if you get bored of doing what I'm doing right now, which I'm already bored of, but you could go, you know, truck cattle, or you could go haul, I don't want to say cement as much. I want to have some of the scripts I want to implement, some factories, just for different stuff. You can haul your crops to make different things, and then haul pallets and stuff around the map. Kind of like that one Russian map that came out where it had all those factories. It was a little too European for me, but the amount of scripts and stuff they had in that map were amazing. Was that? Yeah, they certainly do. That's for sure. Now, if they could just translate everything into English for us, that'd be awesome. I'll get around to do it someday. Highline bale process. I've heard of that before. I'd have to look up a picture to know what you're exactly talking about. Oh, I think I know what you mean now, yeah. Pretty sure we had one of those at one point, but we don't, in real life we don't do cattle anymore, so got rid of our tub grinder, everything. I don't do any modeling, so if that's not apparent already. Any modeling that's ever been done on something that the page has released is generally done by Isotope. He's a very good modeler. He's the one that did the Bourgault drill. Well, it's part Bourgault, part I'm trying to think what the, honestly can't think what the other part was. It was kind of a mashup. It's not why it's red and gray. It's not actually a Bourgault. He made it part Bourgault and part something else. He just kind of mashed modeling parts together. I'm not sure why he did that, but so that's why it wasn't released truly with the right color rims and decals, because it wasn't. It's kind of a Bourgault, but not quite. And he did the tank. Poly made the tank, and then Isotope did a lot of remodeling. If you compare that to the one on Poly's site, it's quite a bit different. So any modeling that's ever been done, he does it. I'm not a modeler. I don't really want to be a. I don't really want to learn how to model, so someone else can do that. I'm happy with scripting and texturing and messing around with stuff. Well, there's more guys. Same with Alfalfa. He helps out with writing custom luas usually. Like he wrote the one for the bagger. He's a pretty busy guy, but the odd time he'll do something like that. So, because I know nothing about luas, and it's just like that's his language. So he does any of that work normally. Oh, Seed Masters. Yeah, I've seen some of those around. Not in my area, but like I've seen in videos and pictures. And what tank do you run for Bourgault? And do you run one of the new 7000 series? I don't know if this is going to straighten out. Oh. It all depends on so many models of Seedmaster, honestly. I'm sure if you got Poly, he would do it. He doesn't add a lot of detail, but he does the main stuff. It's good enough for a base model anyway to get out there, and then I always figure, you know what, I'm not, unless it's something I really like my Massey Combine, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Do the base model, get it out there. Other people can add the extra little detail and edit themselves. Is usually how I figure it. So I know they're not. Some stuff could use more work, but why am I lying? Must have started my line later, I guess. Get it out there. Other people can play with it. And ever heard of Morris Air Series? Yeah, I've seen. One of the bigger dairy guys around us has a Morris seeder. They're kind of weird looking things, but I mean, everyone, some of the guys, the big dairy around us, he's Dutch too, came from over there, so they definitely like some different stuff. He runs JCBs too, and he beats the shit out of the rows of those things, because in my area, there's no restriction on a farm tractor on how much weight they can have, so he runs JCBs because they can go top speeds, like they're the fastest tractor, and yeah, it's just crazy to see him when he does all the time. Oh, what'd they do? Matt, what do you mean Massey? The Massey tractor that I was driving earlier? Is that what you mean? Anything that's public, there's a link on my page for whatever has been released already. I won't make a pin post either. I feel making a pin post makes it easy for people to come on the page and go to the pin post, click the download the mod, and leave. I like to leave a big long description, and I like to make people search, because then at least they might take the time to read a little bit. So I'll never do a pin post on my page. Combine, no, it's still a work in progress. Like I said, I'm quite picky with it, and it's missing a lot of detail. And I get bored, I work on it a bit, and then I stop, and there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to model for it, but I can't model, so I either need to teach myself some of the small stuff, or I'll just live without for now. There's, like, all the panels open, but there's nothing underneath the panels, so it's pointless for me to have the panels working, because I want it to open up, and, you know, maybe I'll just go take some real-life pictures of my Combine and then slap them on there, but kind of do what Abel does. He does a pretty good job of doing stuff like that. So I don't know, some stuff's good just to throw out there, but I don't know, I like the Massey. I want it to look proper. I know if I gave it out right now, I'd just get picked apart anyway, so. Oh, the flags? That's on the New Holland. I don't have flags on the Massey Combine that I remember. And they are an option in store, yes. And that was done by Killer FF. He's also on our server, and he's a huge part of stuff that gets done on the page. So that's his Combine. Hey, Colin. And he's stopped playing the game for a while, so it is definitely an edited version. I'm not sure. I think it was an edit from 15 that he did, but the flags are a viable option. But with the design configs, with that new script being infinite, there's so many things I can start adding to mods too. Because before you had your vehicle attacher, you had to use as the design configuration. You had your design configuration. What else was there? There was a input attacher. There was an attacher one that you could do. There's about 3 or 4 or 5, and they were all like giant scripts. So you were limited. You had to basically, I think for one, I had scripted numbers, logos, flags, and you had to put them all under one. And it was just, you were using up massive lines in your XML. I mean, you still are for your infinite design configurations, but at least you have infinite possibilities. Dylan wouldn't know that, he's got them on his truck, so definitely makes it a little bit nicer. You don't have to cram everything into, like if you look on BC Bueller's Massey, he had to cram a bunch of kind of stuff together just because you were limited with design configurations. Honestly though, if I just get tired of the Massey, I'll probably just let it go, and then people can edit how they like. It's nowhere close to being done, but and I think the one somebody put out a 98, 95 or something. It's not very well done, but looked like they took Big Boss moddings from 15 and converted it over, and I don't know, I don't think it's done really well, but yeah, no, Big Boss moddings from 15 is a beautiful tractor, the 98, 95, or sorry, Combine. Love that thing. Yeah, I know with the flags and the numbers, it is pretty cool. I do enjoy that stuff. You guys on the server don't like the numbers and logos on everything I put, so I have to make them options, because they'll download the mod for the server and they'll play with it, right? Because that's cool for the server if you got a bunch of people, but then they want to go in their single player and they don't want that on there, so I have to make it an option for sure. Bubbles here especially. Right, Bubbles? Maybe just ignore. Yeah.
Yep.
Because remember, you were so excited. I put all the numbers and the logo and all that stuff on, and then I think I forgot to put a default. So you're all upset because you couldn't get rid of it all.
Yeah, we don't run that here. Even with our number of combines we run, we don't have numbers or anything.
The numbers and stuff is cool for a while, but it eventually wears off. Pretty sure I'm done this field, but I don't know. Almost positive I'm done it. Here, we'll just check. Yeah. Let's see, whoever did this the first time didn't do a very good job, so I'll have to go over it with the sprayer again or something. But yeah.
Same.
I think because he was rolling and then all of a sudden it snowed and it covered the ground with snow, so he couldn't see what he was doing. So that's probably, I think that's... Oh, look at this field. One pass, pretty much. Oh, I guess it just seeded that, so I can't fertilize it, my bad. Or can I? No. I should know that. Yeah, I was going to try and do... on my Massey combine at 15, I put, I guess, never mind, yeah. I wanted to put like in real life, our Massey combine has our old one, well, the one we traded in has a Canadian flag, the Canadian flag wrap on it, but need to implement that in game. Need to go into Photoshop or something and kind of edit a nice texture on it. I'd take a little bit of time though, for sure. Oh, did you get this grass all windrowed?
Yeah, it's tethered and windrow.
I guess since it's not summer, that technically will be grass, it won't be hay. So I'll have to wait to do the other stuff. I'm just waiting for it, the snow to stick on the ground. God, I'm gonna have to get off soon. I've been streaming for way too long. Yeah, I'm hoping to get better quality too. I know the stream's a little blurry, but first time using OBS, so I'll get it perfected. It just bothers me. I hate when stuff's blurry. To be honest, I probably won't even watch my own stream if it's blurry. Surprised anybody else wants to watch it. YouTube's being a real bitch tonight. Or turn our seat back anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to really do. I think just gotta sim ahead pretty much. And that's about it, I think. Feed some cattle maybe. How much cattle do we have? 76. We had some cattle die at the beginning. Your proof ain't working. Random's on now. We gotta close the doors. He likes the doors closed. I might stream tomorrow. I need to mess with my OBS settings because I get told my stream's blurry, so that needs to be addressed. But I gotta figure it out. I know, gonna have a high heat bill. we'll see. Maybe I'll talk to Random. He's an expert with OBS settings, so it's my first time using it. There is lots to play around with that I did not know. Yeah, all our doors are closed. I know all the equipment's out too. It's bad. That's what you get for workers, though. Yeah, I'll have to. I got a Nvidia. When I was using Nvidia Shadow Play or whatever, my stream was better quality, but OBS with having intros and your screens at the beginning, your scenes and stuff, it's way nicer for that. So figured I'd use OBS. Well, what do you think, Bubbles? We probably gotta speed up time, I think. Feed some cattle. I don't want to feed cattle. I don't know nothing about feeding cattle. OBS paired to the Stream Deck. Yeah, I see yours set up there. I don't have anything like that yet, but it wouldn't be hard to do. You could just go buy it tomorrow. But yeah, thinking that's a good idea for sure. Another unit just to strictly run your stream stuff. Alright, well, let's speed up time. For sure, there's lots of options. I just googled a bunch of stuff, and you could watch so many videos on what you should have for settings, and you just have to be careful what the person's using for, if it's something similar to that you have, or. This will be our last day of spring. I was gonna say, you should have seen this Mac before when it had an interior in the back. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I guess this version was never released just because it's too high of a file. The texture files were condensed quite a bit, but for the release version, we wanted to make it the smallest file as possible, so we got rid of the interior in the back, so it's easier for people to use. Changing your texture files does a lot too. What do we got for cattle? Yeah, productivity takes a while to get up there for sure. I think all of our other land's actually done. Or do we gotta, hold on. I guess we go bail up that stuff you were doing. So you said that gate is mouse controlled plus your loader, eh? I guess you just gotta make sure you have your loader done before you get to the gate. These cattle are making a mess here too. I put the cedars away anyway. Done with them. Just dairy for now. We're just kind of playing this map as a placeholder. I know you played a bunch of Mills County, but that's the map I'm editing, so the server we're gonna play that. So I do like Autumn Oaks. CWJ's awesome mapper. Do appreciate his work very much. We'll maybe do some other livestock, but oh. Don't mind it. Don't mind that at all. Oh, jeez. I don't recommend this at home, people. This would be getting you fired. Yeah, Mills is nice. Like I said to some other people, I'm doing an edit on it, and was looking at the same map that Dylan was looking at Stappen. I don't know how to say it, Stappenbach or Stappen. I'm not sure, but the one with the beef on it. So, gonna add some beef to it. To Mills County, that will make it a little interesting, I think. So, that is on the list. Just gotta interpret what they've done, but it doesn't look too hard. That LS company, they have a lot of good scripts on their site, and some tutorials too. Some of it explains, like if people don't know about the scenograph and stuff, it explains a lot of that stuff for people that are new to it too. So. Now I'll go bale some of that grass. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it doesn't turn into hay until you get to the summertime. But Bubbles, I see two of you. I got two of you working? That is awesome.
I slowed down time so I clean this up real quick.
I don't want to bail. I don't want to bail. I don't want to bail in the dark right now. So.
Give me a second here and I'll clean this up.
I got all this stuff. Surprised I didn't get the Rhino Rake on. Should get that on here, then we wouldn't have to worry about Teddy.
There's a lot of things we don't have on here.
Yeah, I know. Hey man, I bought extra 4 gigs of memory for mods. Better use it. Yeah, there's 2 of you here. Look at your twin here is a slacker. At least one of you is good for something.
Takes
look at
lessons
the
from you.
It's just kind of like he just stands here all the time. He's got the same shirt as me too. Just gotta copy everything I do. I don't know if I want to feed cattle. Do it wrong.
Yeah, they need power food.
Last time I did, I didn't get the ration right, so I maybe shouldn't be the one doing it. I don't know.
Satan.
Is this just not attached? Okay, never mind. I'll wait till the morning and then we can feed them.
Yeah, I'll do it if you're too scared to.
I need to get that mod that shows your rations when you're in the loader too. I have that single player, just not on server yet. Oh, I don't know. This mixer is just the in-game one. 16,000? Jeez, it's a fair bit. Yeah, Random's a master at rations. Or do you want us to load it up there? Because manure spreader's on the way down here. What do we got? Silage, straw, and I'm assuming chaff is that other one, or maybe it's grass. But yeah, 16,000 liters.
You seriously don't know how to do this?
Here, I'll just bring it back up top.
Yeah, just leave it where it was. I'll handle it. Wow.
Yes, the bales are 4,000. I guess you probably need, probably only need one straw bale, eh? One straw. So I'm trying to think, what does your mixer do on your stream? Because you do 2 bales each, I thought. 2 hay bales, 1 straw, and the rest silage. Okay.
Yeah, this is right. That's what the mix is. I told you that before, remember? You asked me.
Bro, well, yeah, you would know. Yeah,
mixture.
I don't remember.
Huge disappointment.
Couple more questions. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, don't put me on the spot or anything. I honestly have never don't do a dairy in real life, so you and Dylan would both know more since that's what you guys do. Just strictly a grain farmer in real life. We used to fatten cattle, but that was when I was younger, only about 300 heads, so I'd go 1 straw, 1 hay, and try 1 bucket of silage. Yeah, sounds about right. Oh, don't put him in timeout. I haven't even got Nightbot or any of that stuff set up yet. I don't mind stuff. Criticism's always good. I'll never act like I'll never act like I know what I'm doing unless I've done it in real life. Like, you're having trouble with that gate, aren't you?
I hate this gate.
Well, just make sure you got your bucket where you want it back there before you come through, I guess. God, you gotta... Oh, you sold the other loader, didn't you? Good, so we didn't need it. I'm telling you, man, your twin here, he's a waste of skin. Stand there doing nothing. Yeah, I was gonna say, see what Random said there? He's never had an issue with that gate. I've never seen him once struggle with that on his stream. So what are you doing that you're struggling?
Well, it's random. So, I mean, you know, I'm not random.
I've never cleaned that stuff out, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, I need more or something. Yeah, hay. Probably, yeah, hay or silage. I'll let Bubbles do it. He's done it before. I want to bear it.
I'm sure random can play this game better than me anyway, so...
Hey man, everyone plays the way they want it to. Haven't you seen how people use the bagger? They go and use it like a chaser bin to chase their combine down. I just laughed when I saw that. I was like, maybe I should put a video and show them how it's properly used, but you're not going to stop people from using mods the way they want to, so. I always screw up too, but whatever. It's fun that way. I don't know if I even turned this thing on.
I just made that gate my bitch.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure why I gotta keep loading YouTube. Just keeps stopping my stream. I definitely did not turn the baler on. Good to know.
I'd offer to stack bales for you, but you, you know, the last time I tried to do that, Mike stacked.
I know, I was making fun of you when you were away. I was like, oh man. It's like, I'm not sure what he was doing there. I just used auto load eventually anyway. It made the stack look nice. Makes up for operator error. I'll get that.
Yeah, I could have done that too.
I know, I'll get
cheating,
that Tandem Super B trailer on here soon. All 60 some bales with it. You don't need it on Automokes, but I'll need it for county or for mills. I think I upped that storage too. That that placeable storage they implemented into the map. Like it had only 108, I think, for standard. I upped it to 200, but I was gonna up it to like 400, but I honestly don't think we need that many bales. I mean, it all goes in that storage, and it doesn't hurt your frames per second or anything. So we can realistically have whatever we want, and not screw up the game. But yeah, I don't know. When I was talking to Satan about that, he was like, well, he's like, you're not gonna need more than 200. And I was like, well, if you're gonna farm a couple thousand head, you're gonna need a lot of bales. But I give you about a week of feeding that many cattle, and then you're gonna be tired of doing it on the server. Just ask Random. He
I'll
knows.
handle it.
He used to do that on Lincoln Creek there. Yeah, I remember watching you do that, and I think after a while, feeding the feed mixer about 12 times, I think you get bored of it real quick, or annoyed, I guess.
Hey, good job leaving the John Deere running.
Oh, did I? Oh, my bad. I was hoping it'd start on fire, so better chance if you leave it running. Yeah, I remember that's a lot of the streams are just feeding. I mean, it's I like, it seems fun, and then when you do it after a while, yeah, it just. Okay, you know what? You know what I just realized? I just bailed that in all those strips, and I didn't get it making a single bale. What? Oh boy. Huh. I just noticed that. Did not make a single bale. Either that is really... Because we did that other stuff in spring. I thought you had to wait till summer, but we bailed all that other stuff. Maybe I should have waited till summer. Oops. Yeah, even 100 head's plenty. We had 90... Yeah, but he... Oh, yeah, I guess if you did that... We fast-forwarded time, didn't we? So that hay's probably...
Yeah, and it had rain too, so that'll mess it up.
Okay, so that just screwed our hay. Oh, well. Or our, I guess, grass. Or no, that was hay. Oh well. Should have paid attention. Should have paid attention to that.
Boss.
My bad. I'll do better next time. I'll get it right. Yeah, Random's right. Deteriorated. That sucks. What did we have? We had 90. We bought 96 head of cattle on here before we had any feed or anything, and then started farming. That was a bad idea. So we already lost like 20 some head, but okay, you know what? I'm gonna be smarter this time. Should be parked far enough away from the door. Learned my lesson the first time. Note to self, do not fast forward when you have hay on the ground. I blame you for that, Bubbles. No, you know what? I blame your twin that's just standing there. It's all his fault. I don't think I'm honestly gonna fit in here. Let's see how much room I have in the back here. Oh, we got room still. Sure, I can't close this door now. Oh, there we go. Alright, but was he get the cattle fed? Oh, you can feed them there too.
Should be able to.
Well, I know you can feed them in this shed here, and you can feed them down. And you can feed them down here.
Coming
too.
over there now.
I've just been feeding them in this bigger one. I watched somebody the other day, I can't remember who it was, and they're like, I can't feed cattle in here. And I was like, seriously? It's like, it's worked.
This is the first time me feeding them on here, so. There we go.
So I just figured you could feed them in there.
I might have to do another load.
Actually, did you do what'd you do for mix?
The 2 hay, 1 straw, and silage, but they took it all, and we are about half. So I'm gonna have to do another one.
That was power food, eh?
Yeah, it's power food.
Went the long way in the menu. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, because I screwed up the mixture. Oh, just had to run me over, eh? Better save anyway. I don't want to do this all over again. I need to fill our pit. What do we got for slurry? Yeah, we don't get a lot. We don't get a lot for slurry, do we? Liquid manure 38. Yeah, that's not a lot. That might cover a couple small fields. And I might do some pigs too and get into that. We'll see.
Did you see how much that other hay or grass field is?
Yeah, I'll go
see if
check
we have
it
enough to
out.
buy that.
This is the one here, yeah. Get my slow speed on so I can look at it. It is 198,000, so we could buy it.
You want to buy it and?
I'm just trying to
Cut
think
it?
though, because I'd like to get a self-propelled. I'd like to get the Massey.
Once you lease it, then.
Well,
get
I
it
want to wait
cut.
till summer. There may be a feeder floating around. Oh yeah, your little feeder there you got. What is it? Your Kelly? I don't remember what it was called. It's really nice, so I like it.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm a bigger implement type machines myself, but I do appreciate the smaller stuff for sure. I appreciate anything that anyone makes usually, because I know the time and effort it takes the time alone it takes just in the XML. Even if a mod is somewhat shitty and it's scripted really well, it's still, you know, you can easily fix the mod. But yeah, I know the time that it takes in the XML. I get headaches all the time staring at XML screens. I know I watched. I don't know how you'd get anything around that in that fence there. Yeah, that's about the biggest you could.
Hey, we should buy some pigs and do them right now.
Matt, is that an in-game pallet fork? The one on the John Deere loader? No, if you look at random Ghost said it there. It's the AGCO 7R mod that AGCO put out. I don't like John Deere myself, but it is a very well done mod. You know what? I just leave everything running too. Just fire me.
Think we should get some pigs?
I'd wait. I wanna. Oh. How much silage do we even have in that thing still? Is this thing... Oh, this is before it's mixed, I believe, isn't it? I gotta come in there and look at it.
Still up.
Oh wow, 115,000. That's good. Liters. Fair bit of silage. Like it.
We only have one hay and one
well, we
straw
got 2
bale
straw
left.
in the cattle area here. They're kind of in the corner. You can come grab those. We're gonna have more hay here 'cause as soon as we're in spring. If we fast, oh, I guess we. Damn it, we can't really fast forward one more day. We're gonna need to feed again.
So I'm saying you might need to buy more bales because we're gonna need them. What do you mean not
That's
cheating?
true. I
You
guess
just
we're
buy
spending
them.
money for them, but we might need some straw. I think for hay. I'm gonna do hay right away here. So they should be good on power food for like 2 days though.
Yeah, that's almost put it to full.
Like that doesn't go into the orange after a day. I think it takes a couple, doesn't it? I've hardly ever done animals on this game, so new for me. But Jesus, just to constant keep up with them. What's our water doing?
Who's Justin?
No, this is a different person. Justin is not playing the game right now, so. See you later, Random. Thanks for joining in. You'll probably know soon enough, Dylan, once I message Random. Since it won't be the page name, it'll be me. There's about 3 or 4 of us that kind of, as much as we talk, we usually try and talk as one person on the page, but there's about 3 or 4 of us. So that's why we're able to sometimes release mods so quickly, because one person's doing one thing, one person's doing another, one person's testing, so it's... And we've been playing together for what, 3 years? Bubbles? Yeah, 3 years or something,
yep.
So... Bunch of guys, trust, and... I mean, once I release a mod, I don't give a shit what people do to it. As much as I hate to see what some people do with stuff, but it's a game, whatever. I don't think Justin's ever streamed, but... No, he definitely does a lot of work too. He's a smart guy, that guy. You get that cleaned up yet? Well, look, your brother left.
Getting there.
Look at that lazy bugger.
Finally.
Let's get a... He's gonna have to fire him anyway.
Should come in here and grab these hay bales
yeah, I
out of
can
here.
try. I don't know why Satan never pushed him in there. He's like, oh, the cows will take him eventually. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
No, they don't take them like that.
God, I gotta use a John Deere again. I like how we're using like such big equipment for this map. Alright, I'm gonna let you know I'm coming behind you, so... Or if you... Yeah, let me get in there.
Right.
Yeah, let me get in
No,
there
go
real
ahead.
quick.
Go ahead.
This isn't an autoloader fork, is it? Damn it.
I don't think so.
Those things are so slick. Let's try in cab view, see if I can do this. Ooh. So yeah, we're gonna need more straw for sure. You don't need it in the mixer right now, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Because I didn't put it in there. I was hoping you didn't.
Let me see what they
Oh,
need. We do need straw.
you see this?
And I need to
See this
give
weird
them
camera he's got
grass.
in here? I think it's for taking pictures, honestly. Or sorry, or maybe it's a camera for the. I don't know. Definitely weird for sure. I guess it's just like an implement camera, but put it on a tractor. Okay, well, I just gotta get one more bale in here.
Go ahead and put that in the mixer then,
Okay.
because they need straw, and I need to give them grass. We might as well
I'm
top them
hopefully gonna
off.
quit streaming here. As soon as you do that, I think I'll wait another day to buy a field and. Yeah, who the heck put this right in the corner? Jeez.
I didn't. I had to move it out of the way because Satan put it right in the way of being able to clean it out. They're all the way because he said, "Oh, it'll take it over time." Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, but he put it in the feed trough out front. So that's all they need for that, right?
Yeah.
Do you need any more bales?
Well, they need grass and they need straw, so you can pick up this grass bale. I had his hay bale. Yeah.
Won't that work? I thought that's what they need is a hay bale.
No, it's grass and hay.
I realize that, but I thought, okay, well, you're the boss. Yeah, we might have.
So you can take the mixer over there and dump that if you want.
Just the straw? I thought we'd put silage in there.
No, just the straw.
Oh,
they need straw.
We need one of those straw blowers.
Mm-hmm.
Who dumps
straw? Still need
in
a lot of
feed
things.
Wagon?
Well, it chops it up.
That's true. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about, so. Oh, passenger script.
God, you're
hey,
ugly.
man, you're the one wearing a John Deere shirt. Jeez.
You call those hands?
Yeah.
Meat hooks.
Yeah, they're good for certain things. Can't give them straw in here, can you?
Satan told me to tell you that you're the one that pushed the bales into the pen.
Yeah, I did. Is he watching it?
Yeah, he's watching. He's creeping, stalking.
Apparently, you can't give him straw in there.
Maybe they're full here. Try the other place.
I don't know what I'm doing. Just a noob. I'm the new guy.
Yes, you are.
Driving a nice, expensive John Deere. No, it doesn't work here either.
This place doesn't take anything.
Well, I watched a guy, someone on YouTube was playing this map. It wasn't random, someone else, and he was feeding them down here. He couldn't get the building up here to work, so he was feeding them down here, and I was like, okay, that's weird, because I got the building up here to... Just gotta go check the triggers in GE, and I'll know where the... Maybe the straw goes in that other place, I don't know. Oh, Jesus.
Satan's not here to, command us and take over.
Okay, as soon as I get this figured out, I'll end the stream. Been streaming for 3 hours, way too long. Gonna work on some stream quality. That's my goal.
We have way too many John Deeres on here.
Think it's gonna work here? It does! Yeah, this is the only place you take straw. Okay, good to know.
think.
good to. Yeah,
Well, the other place could have been full.
but
So
it should all be combined, I would think. I would assume. I don't know. I'd have to look in. I'd have to look in GE and see how it's set up. I haven't taken on them.
did we get anything out of that grass
Nope.
over there? I mean, like, can we
Stuff
use it
I
at all
baled?
or no?
I didn't even get a bale out of it.
Yeah.
I was too busy talking on the stream to realize I wasn't doing anything. I have actually, sorry, I have 45 liters in the baler. Didn't even pump out a bale. I know, it's pretty
Amazing.
bad. Okay, I swear this loader, yeah, you can't move this loader when you're toggled onto the feed mixer. Or I can. I have to be, yeah, I have to be toggled on the loader to get it to move. It's a first. I haven't not noticed that in other mods. I turned it off. You happy?
I am. I'm extremely happy. Now, could you light a match and set it on
Try.
fire?
Alright, thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to try and improve on the quality, and yeah. We will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.